We always, for me and for Dennis, there's been a book that's come into our lives in the past year, Dennis, that has also a complete
It's almost like 2 years now.
No, really?
Yeah, it's been because
Damn, it's flying, bro.
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
That's been like life changing for me.
What is it?
It's called The Unseen Realm. Dennis actually goes to the church where the author of the book goes in Florida. The Unseen Realm. It's called Recapturing the Supernatural Worldview of the Bible or something like that. Dude, if you're into what we are discussing here, please put this at the top of your list. This guy he's a Hebrew scholar, an ancient Hebrew scholar. He's a PhD, a doctor. He teaches ancient Hebrew. Like, this is his world. And what he does is he goes in and solidifies the worldview of the ancient Jews and Hebrews and their religion. He brings that to the forefront of your mind when reading very like obscure and strange passages that when you'd read in the Bible, you're just like, that doesn't really make sense. But you just keep going because you don't know what to do with it.
No,
you know what I mean? So there's all these passages that we just kind of skip over because it doesn't make sense to us, but they're in our Bible and they're just as true as the passages that make sense.
For sure.
It's kind of important to know what it means, right? And those passages only make sense through the ancient Hebrew mindset and understanding that they had when the books were written to them, because they were humans. They had lives, they had beliefs, they had culture, so all those things play a part, bro. And he kind of sets the stage for kind of everything we're talking about with Nephilim, sons of God, fallen Elohim. Like, that was the Jewish filter through which they understood their faith and their reality. That's how they perceived the world. And he goes through these verses and he just gives you like, boom, 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 boom. All these ones that you read growing up and you're just like, don't get it, don't get it, don't get it. And then he explains it to you through their worldview. And suddenly the entire Bible as a whole, completely makes sense. And it doesn't change anything about Jesus, doesn't change anything about salvation. It actually explains why Jesus was necessary and was the only one that could fulfill it. And bro, it's been a game changer.
Wow.
Gotta read the footnotes though. You have to read the footnotes. Don't skim over those. The footnotes are so good. Just read through it. It's good.
Without understanding Nephilim, how could it even make sense to people why God would say, take out every man, woman, and child?
Bro. Hey, you would have to, and I've had this conversation with people where they're like, why would I worship the God of the Bible? He's a barbarian. He's committed atrocious act. The guy would commit genocide. Like, your God commits genocide. And realistically, they're not wrong. You know, they're not wrong. God ordered his people to go into certain tribes and to wipe out every man, woman, child, to kill their animals.
I know.
Bro, to salt the earth behind them so nothing grows there ever again. How freaking wild is that? That's our God. That's what our God commanded his people to do.
Dude, and I'll tell you what, that's where sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. And the only way that makes sense is when you have, and this book, Unseen Realm, goes into this at length. They explain how those particular tribes that God commanded to be eviscerated off the face of the earth were the descendants of the freaking Nephilim. And God was trying to eradicate the satanic bloodline off the face of the earth because they weren't supposed to be here, you know? And when it talks about in the garden, it says that I will put enmity between the seed of man and your seed, the seed of the serpent. It's talking about two seeds. It's talking about two lineages. It's not just a supernatural thing, you know? Dude, please put it at the top of your list. And if you don't have time to sit and read, put it on audio or get it on audio. Just listen when you're like jogging or when you're doing anything. You know what I mean?